Hello everyone! So this semester we have been reading some amazing books and having some really deep discussions about building our personal leadership skills and looking deep inside of ourselves. A mission statement is a very important key to success because it helps you explore what is really important in your own life. I shine my light by serving others and supporting others. I decided to put this into my mission statement because service is such a big part of my life. A few years ago, my sister and I went on a trip to Guatemala where we did free dentistry. One of the kids that we did dentistry for was so scared that I was the one she was seeking comfort from that she grabbed my hand. I held her hand for the rest of her cleaning, but it was so profound for me. While we were there, we also made and delivered packages for women who had just given birth because sometimes they wouldn't even have enough for themselves, and they would have to carry their babies home in newspaper. These packages contained diapers, stuffed animals, and blankets. These women were just so grateful for our kindness, even though we didn't even give that much. This just goes to show how much we have compared to them. They were so grateful for just like the few comforts that we could provide them. This experience has impacted my life so much, and that is why I've included it as part of my mission statement. My next line of my mission statement says, I love to be engaged in new activities. I am not afraid to try new things or fail. I never give up and respond to all situations with open-mindedness and humility, while being prepared for change with a good attitude. Last year, I decided that I wanted to be on the tennis team, but I had only been messing around and not taking it seriously until I decided that it was important to me. I worked really hard for a year, and then when it was time for tryouts, there were almost 40 people trying out. Then, after a lot of hard work, I made it onto the team. But once I made it on the team, I realized that I had to work my way up the ladder, which also took a lot of hard work, time, and effort. At the end of the season, we won our league, and I ended up earning my varsity letter and getting an award for the most improved player. This experience shows how I'm not afraid to fail and try new things. Even though I hadn't been playing tennis for as long as some of the other girls, I still tried my hardest and would not give up, even though I had no idea whether or not I would make the team. I was not afraid to fail. I could not have done it without making little goals along the way. The next line says, I continue to build a reputation of being dedicated to every goal I choose to pursue. Last year, I was invited onto a competition soccer team, but I decided that I really wanted to continue getting better at soccer. So I asked my coach to help me achieve that goal. Every week, in addition to the normal practices, I would go out with him every Friday to do personalized drills, and on the days that I didn't have practice, I would work on the drills that he gave me. I worked on these drills every day, including the days that I'd practice. I then had a lot more playing time in the position that I most enjoyed. Goals are such an important part of my own development because it helps me stretch out of my comfort zone and helps me accomplish things that I set my mind to. The next line in my mission statement says, I will uphold my values of understanding, learning, curiosity, compassion, and creativity while accomplishing big things. A few years ago, I wanted to go to a camp for a week during the summer. For this camp, I had to raise money, but my sister Ashlyn and I were not there for the fundraiser, so we had to come up with our own. So I did a bunch of research, and I figured out how to make cake pops. I also had my aunt send me a recipe for Scotch Kisses, which is pretty much homemade caramel-covered marshmallows. One of the families that I sold the caramels to loved them so much that they came to me later and ordered 20 dozen. This shows creativity and learning because I had to learn how to bake something I'd never done before, and the only tool that I had at my disposal was YouTube and the internet, which is not as easy as it sounds. I have so many ideas of the person I want to be, and a mission statement has really been helpful for me to put it into words and to have it in paper form for me to refer to.